Hi everybody, it's Julie Ebersol for ellenhudson.com. Today I'm going to walk you through using the Alpine window dies, and there are several different ways you can use it. Originally, I intended for it to be used as a trifold, and to do that I'm going to take some 8.5 by 11 inch cardstock, and I'm going to cut it down to 5.5 by 8.5 inches. Then I'm going to rotate my paper, and I like to score at 3 11/16 inches from each short end. And I do take my paper out and I rotate it because I just feel like when I'm doing this sort of thing, I end up with far more accurate scoring when I do it that way. So now I'm going to go ahead and reinforce those crease lines a little bit. Just use my thumbs here to burnish those a little bit, and it's going to give me a visual. I'm going to flip this card over because this is actually the inside of the card and this is going to be the outside of the card. I'm going to start on that right hand panel and align my first die. This is the house scene, and I'm going to run that through my Gemini Junior. I used washi tape to keep that die in place, and then I'm going to flip the card back over, close the left hand panel, and trace that opening lightly with a pencil. Then I'll open it back up, close the right hand side, close the left hand panel again, and then trace that opening a second time with my pencil very lightly. So these are going to be guidelines for aligning the subsequent dies. So now I've got the mountains, and I'm going to position those on the inside center panel, and I'm using that pencil line I created to line that die, the cutting blade of that die, along that pencil line. Then I'll send it through my Gemini Junior, and then I'm going to close up my card here. I actually didn't really need to close it, but you do want to make sure you open it back up. But I'm using that pencil line on this panel to align the trees. And then you want to open this up totally, send it back through your die cutting machine, and then you will have your trifold card that has these depths and dimension. You'll have all these different scenes as the card opens up. Now, to use it as a shaker box, we've included a 3.5 inch circle die, and I like to align the scenic dies there within that larger 3.5 inch circle. Use some washi tape to anchor it down. I'm going to send that through my die cutting machine, and there you can see I've got a nice frame, and I already die cut a 3.5 inch piece of cardstock. That'll be the backing, and I didn't have my camera on when I did this, but I did the same method with the trees, and now I've got 2 layers of scenes I can create, a double layer in my shaker window. So I've got the backing there. I can also use that 3.5 inch die to cut the acetate for the shaker box. Now, to create a spherical scene, I'm going to cut a 3 inch circle. So this is from the Hero Arts nesting circle dies, the infinity circle dies, and it's just a standard 3 inch circle. If you have a punch, you can use a punch. But once I've die cut that shape, I can take my scenic Alpine windows, and I'm going to line the cutting blade against the edge of that 3 inch paper that I've already die cut into a circle. So I'm just butting it up, and I can feel it when I slide it across my work surface there. I can feel it align perfectly against that edge, and I'm going to use some washi tape to anchor it down. I'm going to do the same thing with the house panel. Just butt that cutting blade right up against the edge of that 3 inch circle. And there you can see I've got these spherical shapes that I can layer together to create a dimensional scene in the shape of a circle on my card front. You can just continue building this. So that's 3 great ways that you can use the Alpine window dies, available exclusively at ellenhudson.com. And I hope you have a lot of fun with this die. I love it. Thanks for watching.